Stay a while and listen.
Alright, so we're back on our second upload lesson. I'm your presenter, Senpai Keys. Now I'll be talking about cosplay. I myself am a cosplayer. Cosplay since 2006 to 2017. Now this cosplay topic will focus on the social science, psychology, history, and the metaphysics. Now we will start the content of it. Background, I will share to you the background, which cosplay, history, next the methodology, which includes the 12 Jungian archetypes, monad model, and we go for the analysis, and we conclude it. Now, this study explored the unconscious phenomenon on a cosplayer, picks a character to portray. Let's say a person who cosplay as Inuyasha or Sesshomaru. What in psychology? How do you know its unconscious mind is activating? Next, we'll go for the ethical consideration. One is I'm not a psychologist, nor a psychology graduate, not a master's graduate. Now this purpose is just for free education. My current studies is don't have a panelist nor advisor who would check. Photos are from my personal files. Gaps and limitations. This is a personal experience. Analyzing self. Did not interview other cosplay community. Give you only few personal cosplay samples. Now the background. What is cosplay? Cosplay is a phenomenon as a fan of anime, comics, video games, and others, as one will impersonate them. Also, Raman conducted a study 2012 defined it is composed of two words, costume and play. Now, the history of cosplay isn't in Japan but is on New York. By the name of Myrtle Rebecca Douglas Smith Gray Nolan was considered the first cosplayer. In 1984, Nobuyuki Takahashi called it cosupure. It's called cosplay now. Now we will use the methodology, we'll use it, a monad model, and Jungian archetypes on this study. Jungian archetypes is 12 Jungian archetypes stated that we humans embodied 12 archetypes in our unconscious mind but differ to dominant personality. From the figure we see there's the artist, innocent, sage, explorer, outlaw, magician, hero, lover, jester, everyman, caregiver, ruler. This is the 12. Now, what is the monad model? Monad, as Leibniz describes it, as self-expressing center of consciousness, while Giordano Bruno believes it's an ultimate spiritual particle, as all other entities has monad on the center core. Monad takes a dual form. First form is self-consciousness in the center, which is I am this, and the other consciousness is of not I am not. The C, which resulted where the conscious and the unconscious collide is a possible plane. Now I will explain to you about the I am this, I am not this. Now I am, now I am me, but I am not Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is Dr. Doom, but Dr. Doom is not me. So it's like two personas, but the C became one. Okay, here's the monad model. Let's say A is I am this, I am a graduate of a certain university, and B is Dr. Doom, which is not a graduate of my university and of my age, not my intelligence, and C, I cosplay. The ruler archetype. The ruler archetypes has the core value of it is control, self-control, like his goal to be successful. The fear of the ruler type is to be overthrown, and its weakness or the dark side of it is the authoritarian. Next is the innocent. Now, the core of the innocent, or the goal of the innocent, is to be happy. Weakness is they are naive at nature. Naive. Now, I consider Sojiro to be one, and Naruto. While if you see the ruler archetype, I chose, as I cosplay Dr. Doom and M. Bison. Both are ruler types. Next is the hero archetypes. I did cosplay here Cyclops from X-Men anime, and Naruto. It's Naruto. Now the core is to prove worth and through out courage. The goal of it is to improve the world, but the weakness of them is arrogance. I will point this out especially on Cyclops. Next is the rebel. I should put M. Bison and Dr. Doom here too, but it's okay. Now the rebel, or we call it the outlaw, the core is revolution. The goal is to overturn what isn't working. If you see, Sojiro is from a Juppon Katana, and Kakuzo is from Akatsuki. Both don't, from Sojiro from Juppon Katana don't like the Meiji Restoration, as the Akatsuki don't have their own goals. Now the fear of it is to be powerless. Next is Jester. It's from the game League of Legends, Teemo. Now the Jester's core is live at the moment. It's like the core is like troll around. The goal is have a great time. I don't care. Have a great time, have a life. But the weakness is it's wasting the time, wasting life, waste. Now the conclusion, as you see, I have more on the ruler and the rebel side, or the outlaw. Thus it's a personal choice why I cosplay them, because it struck me of what I am. It's like a ruler because my unconscious self like to rule, as my current self is, or let's say this, my current self is powerless, but I want to rule or take over, which is why I'm kind of bit I'm always being the bad guy in life now. So it doesn't mean we all have these 12 archetypes. Like, even we're not cosplayers, as you see, people has an idols. Like, sample is Cardo Delisay. People wanted to be like him, a hero type. That's the unconscious thinking. But there are some, like, sometimes we see the anti-heroes, like Darth Vader. He kind of changed on the last part, but some people idolize him even though he's an anti-hero. Or Deadpool, because as we see in our world system, sometimes the system doesn't work, thus we are powerless to the system itself. So we use the unconscious self to do what is right. What's the fictional characters did, which is why people like to watch the Suicide Squad. See, they are anti-heroes, but even though they're villains, they try to be heroic. So it's a dual side. So I will talk more on the concept of duality. It's called the chaos. What's a chaos is both beauty and ugliness together. It's unperfect, flawed, but has a beauty. That will be a future topic. Now, recommendation will be further. This will be the recommendations, references, and future topics. Concept of duality. The subject will be on psychology, metaphysics, philosophy, and anatomy. Stories, birds, literature. It will be composed of literature, values and history, spiders, dolls, witches and witchcraft, divination. So divination will go for numerology, cartomancy, tempestry, necromancy, and monad model, story about dragons, creation story, chess, the history, moon. I think I will do this next month. Moon mythology, and lunacy.